Lord, my camera's shaking. So hey YouTube, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Kanisha Kingsley. Today I am going to teach you what to do when you receive a fraud order through Shopify. And I'm gonna start off by saying make sure you subscribe because I'm on a road to 1K. And first things first, I always say us as entrepreneurs, we are in a faith-based field. Like, it takes faith to be an entrepreneur. Like, you really have to believe, like, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make these sales, I'm gonna pay my bills, I'm gonna handle business. Most importantly, God got me. So the first thing y'all, I don't got my glasses on and something was on the screen, so I was looking. But anyway, when I handle orders on my Shopify store, especially orders I have to ship out, I'm always like, I'm not eager to do it. I always look at the order. I always review the order 3 times. Like, 3 times is my max to make sure I didn't miss anything, to make sure it looks like a regular order in my eyes. And, you know, just orders, like, for example, an order I would not fulfill is like somebody ordered 5 things 5 different times, 5 credit cards in like 30 minutes. Like, we ain't like probably gonna cancel all those orders. So when you first, like, you know, when one thing I think I do a good job at is like, just make sure you verify things and look things over. But before I start on how to, like, what to do with a fraud order, let me tell you the first things first. Be anxious for nothing. Like, I'm gonna read a passage from out the Bible, and this is really what keeps me like, okay, this don't look like I'm not anxious. Like, I'm not, like, when I get orders, I thank God that I am getting the order, but I look at it, like, I really do monitor my orders, like, real bad. So Philippians 4 verse 6 and 7, the King James Version says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Verse 7 says, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and mind through Jesus Christ. So I just feel like this scripture like really speaks to me as an entrepreneur, because when I first started in business, oh my God, I remember some of my first orders I never got paid for, because I got the order, I went straight to I'm talking about as soon as they ding, I probably, like, by the end of the ding, I was at the post office delivering stuff. And yeah, so I was at the post office delivering you know, my orders, and I never got paid for them because I didn't even have the website set up. Like, I had to go and accept something to accept the money, and I was waiting for the money to just deposit, because at that time I, you know, thought everything was good to go, but it wasn't. So my customers ended up getting their money back, and one of them messaged me like, oh, I didn't get something. She was like, baby, I know at this point, I know you got your money back, please leave me alone. And when I had said that to her, she just didn't never say nothing back, like, because you know you wrong. And I was just so young. I probably was like, what, 18, 19 at the time. So yeah, but anyway, fast forward. So when you get a fraudulent Shopify order, this is how it would look. It would have a I can only speak for Shopify stores at this moment. I'm so sorry, I don't know anything about Wix or Eastwood or whatever it's called. I'm pretty sure it's Square. Some people got like Square stores. They're really good. They'll help you out or whatever. But right now, we talk about Shopify stores. So when you get a Shopify store, Shopify scans each order and it analyzes it for fraud. So you get like a low, a medium, and like a high risk order. So anything that comes in medium or high risk, it already tells me whether it's fraud or not. Like, if it says a low characteristic of fraud, I go ahead and I process those orders, no problem. But medium or high risk, it just can be a various, it could just be a very, it could be something as simple as, you know, they put their own number on a CVV, or it could be something like they're using their grandpa card to, they using their grandpa card, they go ahead and get an order in with you, and you know, take your little wig, and you know, they be rocking your wig, and that's when they go ahead, like the grandpa be like, I ain't ordered no wig, and he go ahead and dispute it, and that's when you just, you know, or sometimes people will order from you, get the order, and that's when dispute it, and that's called friendly fraud, which, I mean, you could report it, but anyway, so when I get orders on Shopify and it comes in a medium or high risk fraud, like fraud alert comes on, I go ahead and I let the order sit, and I do not fulfill it. I don't do nothing with it. We can start there. Do not fulfill those orders. Do not say, I'm gonna go ahead and fulfill it anyway. I really need this money, because you know you really don't. Like, don't touch them orders, I'm telling you, because it's something like the other person on the other side, they probably got like their IP address or their card might be linked to chargebacks, and you go ahead and fulfill it and you next. So don't touch the order. That's number one. Number two, I got this app from the Shopify app store called Real ID Verdict, I think it's called, and this is what it looks like. I'm recording this video knowing that I have to put the graphics in, but anyway, so I got the Real ID Verdict. I think it's like maybe $1.50 to $3 each time I have to go in and use this app. But this app makes the person on the other side, it captures their signature, a picture of them, and a picture of their ID. So when I send that, so if I'm sorry, my sister texted me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, so it captures that. I do not send it to everybody, okay? Only if somebody order is flagged as fraud, because people with low that's a low risk or low threat. Like, why I gotta get verified for a $5 order? Like, sometimes in business you're just gonna lose, but you know, you don't taunt people. And plus, like, I mean, I'm a big believer in karma, whatever you want to say. Whatever you put back is gonna, you know, come back to you. So I put out good energy. I don't just be trying to fraud people, so I don't be having no issues or nothing like that. So anyway, fast forward. So I get my Real ID Verdict to send them an email, and I can see when the email is sent, and I can see when it's open, okay? I can see if you put your ID, your picture, and your signature. I can see all that. I personally could not see your actual ID and your actual signature. I can't see it, but I could tell if you have submitted that information into the Real ID Verdict. And the Real ID Verdict just helps verify whoever's on the other end of that computer. Like, if their order comes up for fraud and they send in their signature, a picture of their ID, and a picture of themselves, I go ahead and ship the order out. But 9 times out of 10, when I send an ID verification, and that's when I send a follow-up email like, hey, I'm not sure why, you know, your order was flagged, I'm gonna need some verification, they don't be responding. Like, when it's some real fraud, some people do not be responding. Like, you can go ahead and cancel the order and refund them their money, okay? I go ahead, like, when they already pop up medium or high risk fraud alert, I just go ahead and refund it. I probably send the ID verdict, but I go ahead and refund it. Like, you probably got like 2 minutes after you try to scam me to turn in your ID and stuff. Like, I don't like stuff like that, but that is what I do that has helped me since 2016. No, I got Shopify back in I've been with Shopify since 2018. So it has helped me since 2018 with like orders, and not, you know, it helped with, you know, preventing chargebacks, but actually just having like, you know, good quality products to sell actually helps prevent chargebacks. But like, people who just like want to do friendly fraud or whatever, it just helps with people like, oh, they legit around there, or they trying to ask for verification. We ain't doing that. Just send my money back. And 9 times out of 10, like, when you go ahead and you cancel their order, and that's when they see that you need a verification, they will never say anything back to you. But people who somehow, maybe it's just like a simple mistake that flagged the computer, when they really want their order, they'll reach out like, hey, I'm not sure what happened, but here's my ID, here's my signature. What else do you need? Do you need my butt? Like, they really be wanting their orders. Like, they be wanting their hair, whatever they order from me, they really be wanting. So, like, just remember, if you're on Shopify, you get those fraud orders, medium or high risk, don't fulfill them. Like, I don't care what nobody talk about. Do not fulfill them things without ID verification. And once again, this is the app that I use. And this is not like a sponsored video or anything. Like, this is just me helping you. Don't fulfill those orders. Like, do not fulfill those orders. I don't care if it's $5, $10. Like, don't look past that. Things like that, I don't look past. I don't pray about it. It's no prayer needed. Like, God already done gave me the answer. Don't fulfill people's orders. Like, seriously. So this is a very short video. I hope this helps you in how to handle a fraudulent order that comes up on your Shopify store. Hopefully one day I'll be able to help a wig store or another type of store. But right now we are Shopify. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all want more little